How's it going, everybody? Today I arguably got the best hunter build you will ever see across any subclass. And yes, I will argue it. Just kidding, it's fine if you disagree. But I will be playing you guys a clip in the background of an attempt of a solo GM Lightblade that I did. But enough stalling, time to get into the build. Alright everyone, I want you to take your liar's handshake and delete them because they are now irrelevant. Because the goated exotic we will be using for this build is Assassin's Cowl. Goated stuff for sure. This exotic just makes you invisible upon defeating an enemy with a melee or a finisher. The idea for this exotic is just so you can close the gap on a champ or a hive guardian without them mowing you down. The featured subclass, obviously Arc. And much like my other builds, surprisingly only a couple things are needed. That would be Lethal Current and Combination Blow. What Lethal Current does is, after you dodge, your next melee will jolt a target, and the most important part, create a damaging aftershock. And Combination Blow stacks with this. What Combination Blow is for is to boost your melee damage. Obviously. With the addition of a 1-2 punch shotgun and combination blow times 3, the lethal current aftershock will be doing majority of your damage. Everything else in this subclass is only for nice additions, like Spark of Resistance. Being near a group of enemies makes you tankier. And Spark of Feedback, which is you doing more damage if an enemy melees you. But since the gameplay loop will make you invisible for majority of the time, I doubt that will ever be used. But it's nice to have for just in case. Moving on to the weapon to use. A shotgun with 1-2 punch. The perk states that once damaging an enemy with every pellet from your shotgun, your melee damage becomes boosted. Pretty no-brainer stuff so far. Now on to the mods to use. For the damage boosting mods, of course, we are going with Well of Ions. This mod states by picking up an arc well, your next melee will do increased damage. Now how to spawn the wells, you ask? I'ma keep it 100 with ya, it's the most obvious one to go with. Melee Well Maker. And that's it for the damage mods. Now on to the survivability mods. Oddly enough, they're all charged with light mods, and we're only using them for their secondary perks. First up, a commonly used mod amongst hunters, Powerful Friends. We will be using this to boost our mobility by 20 stat points. That's it. We will co-activate that mod with Striking Light. Its secondary perk being that you will gain damage resistance while sprinting. And lastly, we'll place another one in there called Reactive Pulse. Its secondary perk states that you will gain an overshield while performing a finisher. Quite literally all defense. Makes life a bit easier on the Hive Guardians, but of course outside of Hive Guardians, you will not be using your finisher, for the reason that they will die in a count of 2 punches. Again, this is a Grandmaster difficulty you're seeing in the background. These are the beefiest champs the game will ever throw at you. Master Raid champs aren't even this tough. I bet you can one-shot those guys. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for today. Good luck soloing those GMs out there. Here are my plugs. Peace.